officiate this service. I knew and I know how Mama liked it. I can promise you as the officiator today, we won't have a dead service. You see, this service is really for us. It ain't for her. She already did her time. She said, I'm done. She sat in the hospital a couple of weeks ago. While she laid in her bed, it was like a halo of glow was over top of her. And my wife and I, we sat there and she began to give me instructions. That's how close she was to God. And she said God would let her know. So she began to tell me what she wanted. She began to say this is how she wanted. She gave explicit instructions, and one of them was, you better celebrate. The only thing I'm sad about, I just want a little more time with her.
A little bit about my mom, because I call her Mom. My mom was fearless. She would go into action, especially when it came down to her children. So there was one occasion, before we knew any better, that we were out doing trick-or-treating, and then there were some notorious boys, up to no good, ran by, snatched our bags. My mom went running after them, shouting, "Stop, else I'm gonna shoot." Now, here was the dilemma. She had nothing in her pocket but her finger. Then she taught me, and I have the honors of saying I'm the only daughter. See, everybody can't say that, but I'm the only daughter. You can tell she spoiled all of us. But as her daughter, she taught how to dress. You just didn't come out any kind of way. If you're gonna even down to the robe attire, you must have it all in order. In order to stand strong and look the devil in his face and say, you still a liar. You a liar in the morning, you a liar in the evening, you a liar all day long. You didn't take her, she laid down her life. And when the trumpet sound, she's gonna get up, get up. Who is this King of Glory?
I don't know how we're going to make it, but with the help of the Lord, that's on my side, that's on your side, we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. And they asked me to be a participant of the program. I told them I couldn't do it. I'm too choked up. I'm the oldest. You think I would be able to put it down? But I'm too choked up. My cup running over with joy and sadness. And I always said, how can anybody eulogize and say anything, especially about their mother? But it's just Jesus that she put in all of us. She instilled greatness in us. She instilled us to go on when we don't feel like going on. And with my mother, she had a special relationship with God. And you probably say you got one too, that's good. But I know my mother had a special relationship. And you know, she was rehearsing this whole time. Some of you all are not even rehearsing. But she's rehearsing, she made it. She made it. She made it, man. She made it. She did her thing. And her special relationship was so special that Jesus said to her, tell your family, from John 16:22, therefore you too have grieved now, but I will see you again, and your heart will rejoice, and no one will ever take your joy away when we meet again. That means she took off out of here dancing into heaven, and the angels are rejoicing that one more made it. I pray, family, that we let nothing come between us. And I mean that. Nothing shall separate me from the love of God. Nothing shall separate us from our family. There's gonna be some dark days. We got some hurdles to jump, but we can do it because that's what she would want, family. She wants us to take that hurdle and don't stop. Thank you.
Growing up as a collective family of different families joined together, we went on vacations together every year. We spent all holidays together, especially Christmas, especially on Christmas mornings, going around to each family house to see what we had gotten under the tree, and then that evening, eating dinner at Grandma's house. We sung together, we prayed together, danced together. You were not feeling your best, you were there supporting your family. And while she held him, she sang, I will love you forever, I'll like you always. As long as I'm living, my baby you will always be. The baby grew. He grew, and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old, and he ran all around the house. He pulled the books off the shelves. He pulled the food out of the refrigerator. He took his mother's watch and flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, this kid is driving me crazy. But at nighttime, when that 2-year-old was quiet, she opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of his bed, and if he was really asleep, she would pick him up and rock him back and forth, back and forth, back on his bed. If he was really asleep, she would pick that 9-year-old boy up and rock him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked, she sang to him, I'll love you forever, I'll like you always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. The boy grew. He grew, he grew, until he was a teenager. He had strange friends, he wore strange clothes, and he listened to strange music. Sometimes that mother felt like she was innocent. But at nighttime, when that teenager was asleep, the mother opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of the bed. If he was really asleep, she picked that great big boy up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she said, "I will love you forever. I will like you always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." That teenager grew. He grew, he grew, and he grew. He grew until he was a grown man. He left home and got a house across town. But sometimes on dark nights, the mother would get into her car and drove across town. If all the lights in her son's house was out, she opened his bedroom window, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of his bed. If that great big man was really asleep, she would pick him up and rock him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she said, "I love you forever. I'll like you always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." Well, that mother got older. She got older and older. One day she called up her son and said, "You better come see me because I'm very old and sick." So her son came to see her. When he came to the door, she tried to sing the song. She sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you always." But she couldn't finish because she was too old and sick. The son went to his mother, picked her up, and rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and he sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you always. As long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be." When the son came home that night, he stood for a long time at the top of the steps. Then he went into the room where his very new baby daughter was sleeping. He picked her up in his arms and very slowly rocked her back and forth, back and forth. And while he rocked her, he sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you always. As long as I'm living, my baby you will be."
Some nights they didn't leave my house till 3 a.m. As I laid in a bed with my son, we both cried. I just wanted to smell the sheets. Me and my son, who was heard, we were crying and crying, and he said, "I miss her making hot dogs." Now we had hot dogs all on my side of the house, but he didn't want our hot dogs, he wanted hers. And even in her sick moments, she would find the strength to still make that boy a hot dog. She also had him spoiled on hot tea. I don't know a kid that likes hot tea except for my son.
And to this day, he's never asked me to make him a cup of hot tea. But his grandma could make him hot tea. So as he cried, he said, "Oh, I'm gonna miss grandma, my hot tea." I kept crying, and he said, "Grandma, she would always ask me if you and mama was messing with me." All of a sudden, I got straight. I said, "What you say?" He's like, "Grandma, I always wanted to know if y'all was messing with me." I said, "Well, you in trouble now, my boy. In trouble." But a few months ago, she came to me and she started wanting to plan her funeral. She planned everything. We talked about one night you're gonna wear one thing, the next day you're gonna wear another thing. She said, "Ooh, boy, I like that." We planned it out. Then she said, "I want you to do my eulogy." I said, "Ma, ain't no way. I can't say your name without crying." And she looked at me in my face and she said, "You're ready." 7 years after she had all of them a year apart, and 7 years passed. And then I came on the scene. And so she said it was 7, and some of y'all know what that number means. When you came on the scene. She said, God knew exactly what I would need. It's that she loved her name. She simply enjoyed saying her name. She liked for it to roll off of her lips, and she enjoyed to hear it roll off others. If you listen to her closely, she always slowed up when she said her name. She wouldn't just say Martha Anderson. She would say Martha Magdalene Freeman Anderson. So I started thinking quickly about this lady named Martha Magdalene Freeman Anderson. And I went and I started researching what Martha symbolizes. And for some of you all, you already know that when you perform a research on this name, you find that it is a female name. Only my mother could wear a full-length mink coat in Golden Corral and not feel out of place. She understood what it meant to be a lady. As you can see, the ladies today salute her by wearing hats. She was that old school that didn't have a problem putting a hat on with every single outfit that she wore to church. She also was from that school where her pocketbook had to match her shoes. She wouldn't wear the shoes if it was just a black pocketbook and the shoes were green. As we reflected this week, we remembered her hot pound cakes that the old school put with peaches. See, young people don't do that. Some of the old people understand what I'm talking about. She was such a good lady that even when we started the church, we had services on Tuesday, Thursday, and 5 services on Sunday. So people don't want to name their babies Martha. And even, I recall she would often ask us when it was time for us to have a child, "Are you going to name your baby Martha?" But God said, what did she say? She said, "I will bless the Lord at all times, that even when I'm sick in my body," I said, "even when my body is wrapped in pain, that I know who I serve, and I know He's a healer." I said, "I know He's a healer." I said, "I know He's a healer." I like that she said, "You can't make me doubt Him, no matter what the doctor reports say, no matter what the dialysis clinic says. You can't make me doubt Him because I know too much about Him. You can't make me doubt who God is in my life. And for that reason by itself, I'm going to praise the Lord." I said, "I'm going to praise the Lord when I'm going through my dark times. I'm going to praise the Lord when I am crying. I'm going to praise the Lord." I said, "I'm going to praise the Lord." I said, "I'm going to praise the Lord." And I know that it's praise that can send the enemy running. I know it's praise that can turn the situation around. As for me and my house, She loved the name that was greater than her name. Now you might not understand, but for the last few weeks of her life, I had baby monitor set in her room. Now she told her niece, I can't talk to you on my real phone because Eric got my room bugged. Not realizing I could hear her say that with the baby monitor. But all during the night, I would listen to the monitor and I would hear her call out the name. I would hear her say, Jesus, I need your help, Jesus. I need your help, Jesus. Now every so often, God said, go sleep in the bed. I said, I hope my wife don't get mad, but I'm going to sleep in the bed. Now in the middle of the night, she would get herself together. And I would say, Mom, where are you going? She said, I got to go. She would say, I got to go. And I would say, no, it's 3 in the morning, but I came to tell somebody. She was making preparations. She was getting ready to go. She knew what was ahead of her. And so one night, she said, can you just hold me? And I held her like a little baby. And while I held her, she kept saying, Jesus, 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 Jesus. But her last words, before God decided to take her home, she stood and held on to the side of her bed. And from what I'm told, she said, help me, Jesus, help me, Jesus, help me, Jesus. That Jesus was a name that was better than any other name. She knew, y'all don't need to call 911. I can call on the name of Jesus. She knew that there was power. And I believe that while I was sleeping in her bed, that I was being anointed for this day right here. I woke up and I was reminded of, she put it down in us. Everybody she touched, she put it down in us. So church, you don't have to cry. You can hold your head up that we have been blessed to have a legacy that has taught us, though they slay me, yet will I trust them. Though they slay me, yet will I trust them. I'm not going to turn around when things are rough, when my body is sick. I'm not going to turn around. I'm like a tree that's planted by the water, that when the winds blow, when the storms come, I'm not going to turn around. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to bow. So I leave you with this today. I'm glad that I was raised by this leader. So it was my honor to stand and fulfill her wishes today. So I know, like many of you, I will never forget Martha Magdalene Freeman Anderson. I'll never forget her. And what she put inside of me will stay until my day comes. She told me to be proud of who I am. And on the last Sunday that I was with her in church, she called me up and I didn't know why. She taught us give people flowers while they do. She gave me a plan. I said, what is going on? Then she gave me a handwritten note that I will keep forever. Special thanks to Dr. Eric Lynn Anderson, her handwriting, and his family, who stands by him faithfully. Dr. Anderson helps in God's Church of Deliverance in every way possible. We love you, Dr. Eric, and that's my mama calling me doctor. I said, I don't know what I can say to do her justice because she was a wonderful lady. But I know the word can do her justice in her life. She did it. She preached her own eulogy. And so I told her, I said, Ma, I ain't got to say much because I already got this for you. She said, what? I said, I've been doing something that God told me to do. I want you to listen. We got a video that I need to play because she says it best.